What's going on, everybody? Roszko here. We are back. Got the Yeezy 350 V2. You either love them or you hate them. Now, Yeezy Mafia has announced all of the remaining 350 V2s we can expect in 2020. Now, these are all the new colorways. Didn't mention anything about some restocks of some older colorways that we could see pop up this upcoming holiday season. As far as new colorways, it looks like this is it. I think Adidas and Yeezy probably had a lot more colorways planned out, but because of what's going on in the world and releases getting pushed back, delayed, or postponed, I think they had to cut it back a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was a bunch more colorways that they're gonna just push off to 2021, or they just overall scrapped them and just going with these 6. My overall opinion of the official lineup, I will say it starts off very strong. I think the first 3 colorways that are dropping are some of the best of 2020. I'm not too sure on the last 3, I will say. It's not bad, it's solid, they all will sell out, they all will have some decent resale value, but for sure, some of them are gonna be more sought after than others. Let's dive into each one of them because I know there's some new ones on here that I haven't talked about yet. Now, the first one that's gonna be dropping, and it's in July, it was supposed to drop in June, and that is the Zion. I mean, I think everybody has been waiting for this sneaker to drop. To me, it's my most anticipated 350 V2 colorway on this lineup, by far. A lot of people are already comparing this colorway to the old Turtle Dove. I like this one. Now, the prime knit on this colorway is muted grays, browns, and some tans. I just like the overall look, man. I think this one looks old school. It looks different. I like the gray hue on the ankle collar and then that nice brown translucent stripe to give it that pop. To me, this is definitely one of the best ones we're gonna see this year in 2020 is the Zion 350 V2. Now, we don't know when it's gonna be releasing in July. Now, I've heard rumors that we could be seeing this shoe drop July 31st, but we'll have to wait and find out once we get confirmation. Do not sleep on this one. This one's definitely gonna sell out, and it's gonna be crazy to get. I know a lot of people are super excited about the Zion 350 V2. So that is gonna be the first one dropping in July. Next, in August, we're gonna see the Israfil. Now, this one, I think, you know, there's still a little bit of hype on it because it's different. I will say it's different from a lot of the colorways we were getting. We're so used to getting browns, tans. This one being denim blue, I think it works really good on this shoe. Now, they're calling it, you know, they're saying it's a slate gray prime knit. It's more of a gray blue. I think it looks more blue in the pictures, but we'll have to wait until we get them in hand. But they're saying the prime knit is a slate gray with some yellow accents. You definitely see the yellow translucent stripe just pop off the shoe. It's different. You know, I will say it is very different. I expect this one to be, you know, very hard to get. I know a lot of people are also super excited about the Israfil. I haven't seen any reflective version. I did want to note too as well the Zion. I haven't seen any reflectives on both, so it looks like these two will just be non-reflective and that's it. And probably will drive the resale value on both of these a little bit higher since there is no more limited version of the two. Israfil 350 V2 will be dropping in August. I think it's one of the popular colorways as well. Expected to sell out, be very difficult to get. Man, I think it's a great colorway on this silhouette. Now in September, we will see the Israel 350 V2 launch. This one is definitely a surprise. I think this one is definitely gonna be probably one of my most worn 350 V2s in a while. I've been kind of laying back off the 350 V2s and sticking with, you know, 700 V3s, you know, 380s for sure. This one might bring me back into it and start wearing 350 V2s like every day. I like this colorway. It's different, you know, with the whole contrasting upper and the sole. Upper is basically black, navy blue, and then there's a little bit of light gray blue on that top quadrant above the stripe. But then the sole is just a clear sole. You know, a lot of people were expecting a black sole, and I know a lot of people probably out there too, you know, wish it was a black sole. To me, you know, having that clear white sole, I think it just makes the shoe even better. Kind of reminds me of the Slate 500 High, you know, that navy blue upper, white sole. To me, I think it works. It just makes this one stand out even more compared to the other 350 V2 colorways. For sure, this one's definitely gonna be crazy high demand. I expect it to sell out very, very quick. I'm excited. This is the one I'm definitely excited for. I think if I had to pick, you know, 2 out of all of them that's gonna be dropping, it's definitely Zion and Israel for me. That's definitely must cop. So we can expect this shoe to be dropping in September. All right, now let's talk about the back end of this 350 V2 lineup. First three are clearly the best, but these last three that are dropping in October, November, December can go either way. Now, this first one that's dropping in October is called a Bez, and I've already seen the comments and everyone's saying, hey, these just look like Lundmarks, Statics, Yeezys, and I would probably agree with you. I still think that this is not a bad colorway, but we have gotten colorways very similar to this, which I think will hurt this release. Now, it's an all-white 350 V2 as the base coat of the Prime Knit, and then there's some gold hues in there, definitely on the medial side, you'll see it. And then above that translucent stripe looks like to be like an oat color, which I really, really like. But that sole, man, I think they tried to capture that gold hue onto the sole, and from the pictures it just looks like super yellowed out. I'm gonna have to wait and see, and probably I'm gonna get these in hand and definitely do a full review of it. I can definitely see this one going either way. Most people probably passing on it. I've heard there will be a reflective Abez that's gonna be dropping alongside it, but I'm still gonna grab it, still gonna do a full review. And if you're just getting into the Yeezy game now, this 350 V2 might not be a bad place to start. You know, it's definitely super wearable. I think it definitely has that wow factor too because of that yellow gold sole. This one, Abez, is gonna be dropping in October. I do expect it to sell out though, for sure. Now the next Yeezy 350 V2, I'm curious about because we haven't seen full detailed images of the sneaker just yet, and I have a feeling that I think I'm gonna like these a lot. Even though they are earthly brown, they do look different, and I'm kind of excited to see what they look like. And that's these Yachers 350 V2s that's gonna be dropping in November. Now, it's described that it's gonna be coming out in a dark earthly brown Prime Knit upper, and then it's gonna have a distinctive blue stripe. Now, that blue stripe is definitely the wow factor for this shoe, and it definitely makes me curious to see what these actually look like. I think these ones could be one of my favorites. I don't know yet though. I really don't know. It could be one of my favorites, or I could absolutely hate these. I still need to see images of the shoe, but they are different. They are very different. I know they're still in that brown realm that we certainly have with Yeezy. I have a ton of brown Yeezys. I think it looks nice. I think it does look nice, and I have to see these. I have to see these when these fully put together. The sole looks like to be like a light shade brown. I don't know. I don't know what these are gonna look like because I've stated too on the mock-ups, they try to get as close as possibly they can, but once you see the actual shoe, sometimes it looks nothing like the mock-up because of that Yeezy color palette. It's just so different and so unique. It's gonna be dropping in November, and I think it can go either way. I think if it comes out and like there's great images of the shoe, these will do well. Now, last but not least, dropping in December is the Adidas 350 V2. Out of all of them dropping, I will admit, I have to say that this is my least favorite colorway, and it kind of feels like a little bummer that this is gonna be the December release for them. Usually for Yeezy, December is a hot month for them. Every December I can remember for Yeezy, they're dropping the best heat of the year. I mean, last year they dropped 700 V3s, Carbon Blue 700s. They dropped the Achilles, Yezreels. I mean, the end of the year, I felt like December is their biggest month. They always drop heat. Now, I don't think Adidas is a bad colorway at all. I mean, I think it's a mixture of earth brown, you know, in clay. And I've stated earth brown has been one of my favorite colorways of 2020, and clay has been one of my favorite colorways of 2019, at least top 3. I have both of them, and they're all into one. Do I need this Adidas? Probably not. It has that orange kind of clay color on the top of the quadrant above the stripe, and then it looks like another shade of brown as the base coat of the Prime Knit. It's not bad, but again, if you have both, you don't need this one. It just feels like a little bit disappointing that this is the December release. I'm a little bit bummed out on this one, but that is the official fall and winter lineup for the 350 V2s. I'm sure there might be a few more dropping. I definitely would expect some restocks of older colorways. A Bread 350 V2 drops? I doubt it. I highly doubt it, but I have been asking for every year, every month I've been asking for a Bread restock. Maybe this year will happen. Probably not, but hey, I can keep asking. It's not gonna hurt nobody, right? But this is the official lineup of all the new colorways that we can expect on the 350 V2. I think they kind of dumbed it down a little bit, maybe. I think now it's time to push the 380s. I will honestly state that the first three 350 V2s, Zion, Israfil, and Ezreal are the best. Towards like the fall and winter, like October, November, December, it might be 380 season because the 380 lineup is looking a little bit better than the 350 V2 lineup. You have those two glow-in-the-dark ones, and then you have Onyx. I'll take those three over probably the 3 that are dropping for the 350 V2s, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear from you guys right now down in the comments. What 350 V2 colorways are you excited for 2020? I want to hear from you down in the comments, so let me know. But guys, that is my video for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button for me and subscribe to the channel. And like always, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.